Hello, I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be using some flannels, and this could be done both for an adult or a child's comforter. Because I was given a bunch of random flannel, I decided to go ahead and make one as a baby quilt to donate through one of our quilt groups. So using these two fabrics per block, and I will be needing 4 complete blocks. You need 4 of your background, which is your main feature fabric, and then you need 1 of your contrasting, and they all need to measure the same size. So what I've done is I've decided, because of the amount I had, this would be my my little center bit. And what you need to do is, this is measuring 9.5 inches square. So you need to fold it with wrong sides together in half like this. And then what I'll do is I'll take this over to the iron and I'll show you what comes next. Then taking one of the main feature fabrics, I'm going to have it with the right side facing up towards me. I'm going to take the folded edge of the center block that I just folded in half, and I'm going to have that facing towards me. And I'm going to line it up on the right hand side and on the top. You want to spend time and make sure that this is lined up very nicely. And then we're going to take another piece of the main feature and we're going to line that up as best you can, like this. So lined up here and here. And I find that it really takes patience, or not patience, but it does pay off, is what I meant to say, by pinning or clipping these into place. And the edge where it's short here, this is the edge we're going to stitch 1/4 inch seam. So I just want to make sure the stitching edge is going to be anchored quite nicely, like that. And then, just so this won't shift at all, I'll put a clip up here. So I'll be stitching 1/4 inch like that. And just to show you, this is what it looks like here. And again, 1/4 inch here. So I've taken this to my iron, and this is where, just take these clips out. This is how it came off the machine, like this. Like that. So I gave it a bit of a press, and then I did press these seams, and then we're going to pull it. So these 2 panels that you just sewed on, we're now going to have them wrong sides together temporarily. So now we'll do the same thing on the other edge. So again, we'll be taking 2 pieces and we'll be doing right sides together. So on here, and then the other one will be underneath, lining up on the same edge that the other was. And then we'll stitch this with 1/4 inch seam once I anchor it, and then it'll flip open like that. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll join you back here. So this is what it looks like, and all the fabric is now facing out. The right sides are out. So this is what, we have the wrong sides together like that, and same on the other side here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand and the right hand, and we're going to have these meet together. And I find that if you use clips to temporarily hold it, and then before you take it to your machine, to add a lot of pins, because that will give you more success. And I think I mentioned I am using a walking foot. And then before, this isn't just going to be like that. Then what we need to do is we need to open this part out, and where the center is, and this takes a little bit of finesse to get this worked out. But what you're going to do is take each of the seams, so I have one going one way and one the other. like this. And then I'm going to have them so they nest. And then I'll put a clip in for now. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and this inside part has to meet even with each side. So I found the easiest way to do that is to first pin it on the back side like that. And then I'll take the front, I'll make sure it's even, and then I'll go ahead and put the pin in all 4 layers. And then I'll just work across, and this will be short because it is now folded in half, and it will want to bunch down here because it's pulling it towards the center. So I'll go ahead and do all that, and then I'll join you back here. And I'm finding this part is the most challenging part of the block, even though it's just 3 seams. Trying to get this all so that because this kind of bunches up on the back side, so the best way to do it is to stagger these seams and then to really pin as you go along. And I am using a walking foot because flannel does tend to stretch. I haven't pressed it yet, but this is what the block is looking like. And because these are still open, and because it is going to a baby, I will need to anchor these down with top stitching. I'm thinking of doing some sort of unique quilting. I might do that by hand. Because this is against the bias, you can also do it like that and give it kind of a cathedral window look, which I think would be kind of fun to do as well. So let me get the rest of the blocks done, and then I'll show you how this gets laid out on the wall. So I now have the 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, up on my design wall, and I have folded this one over just to give you an idea of what it'll look like. And I think that's what I need to do. Even though this is really busy, I think I might add some yellow, or I'll find more of this fabric because I have a couple strips, just to add some cornerstones there, here, and then up there and down there, just to break it up a little bit more. Excuse me, because I need to stick to 36-inch size, the only other way to add some borders would be to trim down all the blocks to a smaller size. So I don't really want to do that if I can help it. So I think what I'll do is I'll add the detail of the cornerstones, and then I'll bring you back here to have a look. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some stitch and flips on the sides there. I'm not going to do them in the corners because they'll make it too hard to put the binding on. And then the center, I'm going to do it as a double. So I'll stitch it into place, but I'll leave this open, and then I'll fold it back like I'm going to do with these 4 squares, and that'll pull it all together. I'd appreciate any feedback you have. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I'll show you once it's all done. So here it is all done. It measures 36 inches finished or 36.5 unfinished. I did use 4 3-inch squares in the center and did it as a flip, but I didn't, and then I folded over and stitched it, sort of like the cathedral window type of idea up here. And then for the yellow, that was made using 8 2.5-inch squares that I did as a flip and stitch. So let me know in the comments what you think about this pattern. I think by changing some of the fabric in the center, you could have some really neat secondary patterns there as well. So until next time, sew safely and have a great day. Bye for now.